I swear, y'all ain't ready for this story I'm about to drop on you. Listen, we're talking about Harriet Jacobs, and let me tell you, her life was no joke. This woman went through hell and back, and she came out swinging. We're gonna dive into her autobiography, Incidents in the Life of a Slave Girl, and trust me, it's gonna hit you right in the feels. Alright, let's start at the beginning. Harriet Jacobs was born into slavery in 1813 in Edenton, North Carolina. Y'all, can you imagine being born and already having your freedom snatched away? That's some heavy stuff. But here's the thing. Harriet had a spark in her from day one. Her family, despite being enslaved, gave her love and taught her to read and write. This was the America of the 1800s, and it was ugly, for real. Listen, this part of Harriet's story is rough, so brace yourselves. When she was just a teenager, Harriet became the property of this guy named Dr. Flint. And let me tell you, he was bad news. He started sexually harassing her, and y'all, it was relentless. Harriet writes in her book, "He told me I was his property, that I must be subject to his will in all things." But Harriet, she wasn't having it. She resisted. She fought back in her own ways. Now here's where things get even more complicated. Harriet became a mother while she was enslaved. Can you imagine trying to protect your babies in a world where they could be sold away from you at any moment? That's the kind of stress Harriet was dealing with. She says, "I would rather drudge out my life on a cotton plantation, till the grave opened to give me rest, than to live with an unprincipled master and a jealous mistress." Y'all, her love for her children became her driving force. It gave her the strength to keep fighting, to keep resisting.
Chapter 4. Hidden but not broken. 7 years in hiding.
Okay, now we're getting to the part that's gonna blow your mind. Harriet, in her desperation to escape Dr. Flint and protect her children, did something incredible. She hid in a tiny crawl space in her grandmother's attic for 7 whole years. 7 years, y'all. Can you even imagine?
The air was stifling, the darkness total. A bed had been spread on the floor. I could sleep quite comfortably on one side, but the slope was so sudden that I could not turn on the other without hitting the roof.
Y'all, this woman endured physical pain, isolation, and the agony of watching her children grow up from a peephole, all for the chance at freedom.
Chapter 5. Breaking Free. The Journey to Freedom.
After those 7 long years, Harriet finally saw her chance to escape.
I had finally decided to go to the north. I was to leave the next night if nothing happened to prevent me.
In 1842, she made her way to the north, but let me tell you, it wasn't easy. She faced danger at every turn, always looking over her shoulder, terrified of being caught and sent back. Once she made it to New York, Harriet connected with abolitionists who helped her start a new life. Y'all, can you imagine the relief she must have felt? But even then, she couldn't rest. The Fugitive Slave Act meant she could be captured and sent back south at any time.
Chapter 6. A Voice Unsilenced. Legacy and Impact.
Now here's where Harriet Jacobs becomes more than just a survivor. She becomes a hero. She wrote her autobiography, Incidents in the Life of a Slave Girl, and it shook people. It was one of the first books to talk about the sexual abuse of enslaved women, and it opened a lot of eyes. Harriet's words became a powerful weapon in the fight against slavery.
Outro. Remembering Harriet. A Legacy of Courage.
Y'all, Harriet Jacobs' story is one we can't afford to forget. This woman went through hell, came out the other side, and then turned around to fight for others. Her courage, her resilience, her love. It's all a testament to the strength of the human spirit.
Reader, my story ends with freedom, not in the usual way with marriage.
If you found Harriet Jacobs' story as inspiring as we did, please like this video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel for more incredible stories. Thank you for watching.